You see, for example, with this coronavirus that's going on, think if somebody discovered a cure for it, a perfect cure, that anybody took that tablet, 100%, definitely cured, he would get the Nobel Prize for medicine. Do you know that's what the blood of Jesus does for sin? 100%. Sin is cleansed. There's not a trace of it. But do you think people take that seriously? They would take a tablet or a medicine that healed coronavirus completely. Oh, wow, what a wonderful thing that is. What a great person that person is. And here Jesus' blood cleanses every trace of sin when we confess it. Even Christians don't take it so wonderfully. They're not so grateful. That is a cure for sin. But what if somebody also discovered a vaccine that would prevent you from getting it? That's another thing. A cure is a medicine. A vaccine is something that prevents you from getting it. You know, the time of my grandparents, our grandparents in that generation, the early part of the 20th century, there were many people in my part of India, in Kerala, who died of smallpox. 25 years old, 30 years old, they die of smallpox. Many, many cases. So we all got vaccines, a vaccination of smallpox when we were kids. They don't give it nowadays, I suppose, because it's sort of eliminated. But I remember I had to get it so that I don't get smallpox. It was a vaccination that prevented me. That's different from a medicine that cures me. So there's provision for both in the New Testament. The medicine that cures is the blood of Jesus Christ. I've already sinned and it has to be cleansed. I've already got this coronavirus and here's the cure for it. But there's a vaccine that can prevent me from getting it. And that's what the Bible calls grace. Sin shall not rule over you because you got grace. I don't have to get it. Can you imagine how excited people would be if there was a guaranteed vaccination that would prevent you from ever getting the flu or ever getting the virus? How excited are Christians to get that grace, the real grace of God, that'll keep me from sin, that'll vaccinate me against sinning? This is the question we need to ask ourselves as believers. Forget the rest of the world. Do you take sin as seriously as you would take sickness in yourself or in your children? By His stripes we are healed, that we might die to sin and live to righteousness. That's what 1 Peter chapter 2 we read. So in the midst of a world which lives on fear, we lift up our heads because our heart is strengthened by grace, as it says in Hebrews 13 verse 8. The heart is strengthened by grace. It's vaccinated against sin as long as I continue to receive that grace. And that is how we are to live and be a blessing in the church. Amen.